Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy 3 I'm back with another video. So look, today we finna go ahead and jump right back into the reactions, man. Like I said, I'm finna drop consistent. I ain't stopping, man. I'm going. How y'all feeling this morning? Comment down below how y'all feeling. I'm feeling good. But look, make sure y'all check out my gaming channel. Both of them. I got a GTA RP and I got a Call of Duty and Apex gaming channel that I be on. And I'll be streaming on Twitch and Kick. Make sure y'all check me out over there as well. And make sure y'all get me to 500 subscribers. Once I reach 500, I will be doing the giveaway. But look, we ain't gonna talk too much. We finna go ahead and get right into this video, man. Let's get it.
They killed my dog.
Gotta skip.
You're gonna get a new partner.
Let's go.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, and I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on a Miami Latin king that kidnapped, tortured, and took a man to the strip club.
I gotta tell you, Judge, in the history of kidnapping.
So after you fuck them up, you please them with some strippers? Huh?
This will be the first time someone gets kidnapped and taken to a strip club. I gotta tell you, I've never heard of that before.
October 14th, 2023, law enforcement responded to a bomb threat at a Florida strip club. Upon arrival, law enforcement...
Bro, what be going on in Florida? Florida be tripping. You be hearing about the craziest shit happening in Florida all the time. Like, man, what the hell be going on out there? Like, what y'all be eating? What's in y'all water? Y'all ass be tripping in
with the
Florida.
caller, who explained that it wasn't a bomb, but he needed a rapid police response because for the last 12 hours, he'd been kidnapped, and the men that did it were right outside the club. October 13th, the day before. It was sometime between 7 or 8 in the morning when 40-year-old left his luxury apartment. Walking to his car on the 5th floor of the parking garage, a man in all black drew a handgun. He was wearing a face mask, a ballistic vest, and could see a gold badge on his belt. Who he thought was a cop forced him towards a white Dodge Charger with dark tinted windows and a police light. A second man exited the Dodge.
Bro, this nigga dressed up as a motherfucking police officer to hit a lick,
ordering them to move quickly as
funny
was placed into the back seat. Forced to wear a black head covering, everything went dark for as the vehicle moved, and one of the men would later throw his cell phone out of the window. As time went on, eventually the vehicle stopped, and was placed into the garage of a home as a new figure appeared. He was unmasked, had a beard, and tattoos covering his face. He would later be identified as Jeffrey Arista, and more.
Man, what the fuck wrong with people putting all this goddamn graffiti on their face and shit? These motherfuckers just know they ain't got no hope in life. God damn, folks. Then you kidnapping motherfuckers and then you take it to the type fuck up psycho shit going through this man's brain, folks.
More commonly known as King Shine, a self-admitted Latin king who served time in Florida State Prison. Shine asked the victim to identify himself, implying they had kidnapped the wrong person. This was further confirmed when they removed his wallet and checked his ID. At this point, the kid...
This nigga out here putting hits out like he Pablo Escobar or some shit. He tell the nigga identify yourself, then they got the... What the fuck? Hey, folks out there. So he got big motion.
Began asking why his co-worker was driving his vehicle last Thursday and demanded to know where the money was. Apparently, his co-worker at the strip club Booby Trap owed these guys money and let him use his car, which they followed back to his house. So they hatched a plan to dress up like cops, kidnap the co-worker, and get the money back. But unfortunately for they grabbed him instead. The kidnappers were identified as 32-year-old Jeffrey Arista, or Shine, his 29-year-old brother Jonathan, and a 42-year-old man named Raymond Gomez. The three threatened to put an electric drill to his skin as they aimed guns at his head. They forced him into the bathroom, covering his head with 4 to 5 black masks before pouring buckets of water on him in a torture method known as waterboarding. They deprived him of oxygen in a controlled drowning before coming up with a new plan. Giving him a new cell phone, they were able to access iCloud account and get the co-worker's number. They then forced to call him and make plans to meet. Sometime after 7:30
these
p.m.
niggas was on a mission to get that paper back. I don't know, like, damn. They taking this shit to the end. It's like, damn, folks, you a rapper, you ain't getting that shit off the. I don't know. Maybe he just felt like, man, fuck that shit. Niggas ain't finna play with me, you know?
Raymond and Shine drove the victim in a black Porsche SUV back to the victim's apartment. Shine and the victim would head inside as Shine was armed with a silver handgun. After some time, Shine called the other two kidnappers telling them to bring drugs over. When they arrived, the victim received a text from his co-worker who said he was at the club. The kidnappers decided they'd bring the victim to the club to lure the co-worker out. Upon arriving, they located the co-worker's vehicle in the parking lot. Overheard two of the kidnappers discuss placing a tracker on the car as one of them exited the Porsche to do it. Afterwards, they ordered to go in the club and find the co-worker. Would enter the club, and for the first time in 12 hours, he was not under the control of three armed kidnappers. He'd find the co-worker just like they instructed him to do, but instead of setting his co-worker up, he told him everything, and shortly after they called the police telling them there's a bomb threat, so they'd get to the club as fast as possible. Law enforcement would arrive just after 2 a.m. and as
I know, nigga, you sent me somewhere, nigga. I ain't none of your motherfucking supervision. Your antennas ain't looking at me, nigga. I'm gone, nigga. Fuck all that. Fuck. Hey, look, what the fuck he did? Tell his homie, like, nigga, we gone. Fuck that shit. They beat Goofy.
Spoke with an officer he saw Shine in the distance, appearing to record him with a cell phone. He would tell the officer that's one of the men that kidnapped him, and as Shine was being taken into custody, officers observed a black Porsche flee the scene before crashing nearby. Law enforcement would place Shine's brother Jonathan in custody, and post Miranda, Jonathan confirmed he's the owner of the white Dodge that was used to kidnap the victim. He'd claim he was in fear for his life, and that he wasn't the one who planned what took place. He'd confirmed he was one of three that drove to the club in the black Porsche. He'd confirmed his brother Shine was with him, and he'd claimed the third person was a black male named D. According to Jonathan, the Porsche was a rental, and the victim was taken to an Airbnb he'd rented a day before the kidnapping. When asked how everything started, Jonathan said someone approached his brother Shine 3 days earlier.
Man, you always gonna have somebody that's gonna snitch and tell everything. Always.
When asked to go into details, Jonathan claimed that he feared for his life if he provided any more information, and he ended the interview. Investigators drove to the Airbnb observing the white Dodge with a spotlight attached.
He read it.
Also parked in the driveway was a Honda Civic. And while conducting surveillance, the officers observed two males going in and out of the home, placing bags in the trunk of the Honda. One of the men was observed wiping down the front door and interior handle. And after the Honda drove off, law enforcement maintained a visual when they saw Raymond Gomez exit while stopped at an intersection and attempt to flee. Law enforcement would grab Raymond before locating the Honda at a gas station where they spoke with the male driver. The driver would claim Raymond called him from a phone he borrowed from a bystander, saying he'd been in a car accident. The driver picked him up, taking him to an Airbnb he was told was rented by Raymond's friends. Raymond said he was at Booby Trap inside a Porsche with two friends when one of them stepped out of the vehicle and began talking on his phone before being arrested. Raymond drove off as police chased him before he crashed the Porsche and bailed with his other friend. The male told law enforcement he watched Raymond bleach the counters inside of the Airbnb and placing items in garbage bags that he placed in the Honda. Investigators would interview Raymond Gomez, who post Miranda admitted that he, King Shine, and Jonathan kidnapped the victim. He claimed they did it for an unknown person who spoke with King Shine over the phone. Raymond claimed he didn't know the person's identity, but told investigators the object was to kidnap the co-worker over him owing money, and in exchange, Raymond expected to be paid. He admitted after they kidnapped the victim they realized they got the wrong man. Raymond said Shine and his brother were the ones who waterboarded the victim and threatened him with guns, a yellow electric drill, and even tasers. And Raymond would go as far as saying he felt bad for the victim. He drove Shine and the victim to the victim's apartment before driving back to pick up Jonathan, and once all of them relaxed after the failed torture session, they planned to lure the co-worker out of the club. Raymond admitted as soon as law enforcement arrived, he fled, and when he got to the Airbnb, he began removing clothes, drugs, and the drill before his arrest. He confirmed to investigators they'd used 2 firearms in the kidnapping. While King Shine was inside of an interview room waiting to be interviewed by a detective, he became enraged and started kicking the chair, causing the wheel to break and come off. He'd lay down and kick under the desk, breaking a piece of wood.
What the fuck?
Welcome to the Quick Start Guide for setting up your first ad campaign with TikTok Ads Manager. If you haven't,
man, face that time
before being transported to the Broward County Jail. With a list of violent charges for all 3 men, the biggest surprise in this case would come when the feds decided to step in. All 3 men would be indicted on charges of conspiracy to kidnap, kidnapping, attempted kidnapping, and King Shine would face an additional count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. For conspiracy to kidnap and kidnapping, the 3 men face up to a life sentence. For attempted kidnapping, they face up to 20 years, and for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, King Shine faces up to an additional 15. South Florida's top lawyers Bradford Cohen and Saam Zagana can be seen in court as Saam makes a humorous statement.
While in court, one of the attorneys for one of the brothers seemed to joke about the kidnapping.
I gotta tell you, Judge, in the history of kidnappings, this will be the first time someone gets kidnapped and taken to a strip club. I gotta tell you, I've never heard of that before.
These are the lawyers that have represented rappers Kodak Black, LPB Pootie, Polo G, Pooh Shiesty, the list goes on. Somehow King Shine and his co-defendants have been able to retain the lawyers, but unfortunately, this is a Fed case. Not only do the feds hold a high conviction rate, as they tend to only pick up what they can convict on, 2 out of 3 co-defendants already admitted to everything and placed blame on King Shine. Shine has been depicted as the man who organized the kidnapping after being allegedly hired by an unknown person. Shine would then allegedly recruit 2 others, one of which was his own brother who essentially told on him. Then the other man admitted to everything, claiming Shine and his brother did all the torturing while he was feeling bad for the victim. The feds will use these confessions to their advantage as they offer plea deals to the co-defendants while targeting Shine and the mysterious man who gave them the job. And as the lawyer said, this may go down in history as the first time a man was kidnapped and brought to a strip club. Now, if you're one of my early subscribers, and by early I mean before like 250,000 subscribers, you'll remember when I was doing prison content, the prison genre, and a lot of the older guys, and King Shine was a part of that community. He had a channel, but it never really went anywhere for him. It was never something that he seemed to be taken seriously, but he's done a few different interviews. He put his name out there as someone that did time in the Florida Department of Corrections. He's a self-admitted Latin king, and damn, he fucked up.
Man,
this is a Fed case. You can say what you want to, you can pray all you want to. The feds don't pick anything up they're not gonna get a conviction on. And their high conviction rate really comes from people playing out. The fact that Shine's 2 co-defendants, one of which is his own brother, they already threw him under the bus and told on him, they're gonna get the plea deals. Shine, if he doesn't get a ridiculous plea deal, like, hey, sign on for 30 years, he's gonna have to take it to trial. He'll most likely end up with a life sentence. Sorry to say. Not really, I'm not sorry. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna act like it isn't what it is. He's got a few counts that go up to a life sentence. One that carries 20, one that carries 15. The amount of evidence in this case is fucking retarded. And his 2 co-defendants are flat out saying, yeah, it's him. The only thing the feds are gonna want to figure out from Shine is who hired him. What was the motive behind the situation? Nobody knows it. Apparently some guy was owed money from a strip club.
And then 2 dum-dums just gonna say, shit, come on, let's do the shit. Nigga, what? You fucking... That's where y'all there now.
They sloppily grabbed the wrong fucking one. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, I can't even think of what a defense would be for this. And then the fact that they sent dude in the club to go lure the other guy out. Like, he's not just gonna call 911. Like, the club doesn't have their own armed security.
Man, like,
he goes in the club, and instead of them just leaving,
goofies.
The police arrive at the scene, and Shine is allegedly recording the dude talking to the police. So dude's like, yeah, I just got kidnapped for 12 hours. Matter of fact, that's him right there. He's still here. There's the car. Go get him. And the police just bag everybody. I don't know what the fuck the defense would be for this case. They literally have the best lawyers in Florida, but this is a Fed case. This isn't a state case.
He gonna have to.
King Shine is already a convicted felon. He just beat a life sentence because he got into a fucking robbery over a Nintendo or some other dumbass shit. He just got out for that like months ago, and now he's facing this.
Niggas be crashing.
Not everybody wants to be free. Not everybody took advantage of the opportunity that we got from Lockdown 23-1 when he brought us onto his platform to share our story. People became interested. A lot of us started channels. Some people went in different directions, decided to stay in the streets. And this is the outcome for that. I don't feel sorry. You know what I mean? I stuck to this shit. I saw a better opportunity with doing YouTube.
Yeah.
This is where I'm at now. But hey, drop y'all's thoughts in the comment section. I want to know what y'all think about this case. What y'all think is gonna happen? It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
Hey man, y'all should learn a lot from that. Don't do goofy ass shit with goofy ass niggas, man. Like, and then these other niggas, they ain't know what the fuck they was in this shit for. They ain't know what they was doing it for. They just want to be, oh, we brothers, we doing it. Man, y'all ass goofies, bro. Like, then y'all probably wasn't getting paid for this shit or nothing. Y'all niggas just, we on it. And then, nigga, you old. Like, come on, bro. Y'all niggas gotta do better. Like, man, chase that bag, man. I'm telling you. Once it's said and done, man, you only gonna be one place, dead or in jail. And that's just facts. You know? So just chase the bag, man. Leave all that goofy ass shit alone, man, you know? But make sure you keep it on in case a nigga try to play with you, and then you gotta do what you gotta do. You know? But other than that, fuck all that shit, man. And I'm gone.